Okay everybody, this is Jerry Nines. We're going to be doing kind of an unboxing Will It Fit video. I just got a holster in for my Wilson SFX9 from Kramer leather, ordered it about 20 weeks ago, and honestly, because I've had some issues with leather holsters that I bought for this gun before, especially because of the optics mounting plate, I am a little bit concerned as to whether or not it's going to fit because others haven't. Now, before we get into this, I want to tell all of you, especially those of you that might not be as old as I am, a little bit of history about kind of how we used to have to buy holsters here in the United States. Back before Kydex was a thing, in order to get holsters, you had to go buy either a leather or a nylon holster. Nylon holsters are junk, with the exception of some that are, knit especially for military applications, but for the most part, all of the nylon holsters you'd see were junk. Most of the leather holsters, especially those that were soft and floppy, were junk as well. And there were just a handful of holster makers in the world that really knew how to properly construct a leather holster. Alfonso's of Hollywood was one. Alfonso is no longer with us. His son still runs the business. They're awesome. I have holsters and leather gear from them. Mitch Rosen came in the scene kind of late 90s or mid 90s. He is really good, but again, to my mind and the way I think, kind of a latecomer. The standard, the gold standard, was guys like Bruce Nelson, the Summer Special, and a couple others that I'm sure I'm not mentioning. But in terms of the king, in terms of the big one, it was always Andy Aratunian of Horseshoe Leather in England. I talked with Andy on the phone. One time I actually called him and didn't realize it was 6 hours ahead, not 6 hours behind. He answered the phone in the middle of the night, swore at me and hung up. I called him the next day and he cussed at me again, but then let me talk. I did not wind up ordering a holster from Andy because he doesn't make holsters for left-handers. He only makes right-handed holsters. At least he did back in the early 90s. I don't know if things have changed. But again, he was sort of the crown, the pinnacle. Because Andy makes most, if not all, of his holsters from horsehide, I became aware of Kramer handgun leather. Kramer handgun leather has been around out of Washington State here in the US for a long, long time. And I ordered my first and so far only, until today, Kramer handgun leather holster from him back in about 1992, 1993. Now, all guns have been triple checked before the video started, but I just want to show you, here is my Kramer handgun leather 6946, or for my Smith & Wesson 6946. Some might call this an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Those of you who are Star Wars fans will get that. But this holster is just going on about 30 years old, 28 years old, something like that. Beyond some of the surface things, I mean, I carry this holster daily for more than a decade. It's an inside the waistband holster. I don't wear those as much anymore because age takes its toll in the waistline. But this is still the best holster I own, quite frankly, especially in terms of leather holsters. It's amazing and it's beautiful. So let's go ahead now and let's open up our Kramer package. Just came in the mail today, unopened. The only thing that I changed is I ripped off some of my identifying information. And beyond that, we're going to open it and we're going to test fit it in the Wilson. In celebration of West Coast Custom Makers Day, we have our Butch Valadin. This is his Chameleon. He made this for me around the same time frame as I've had this. Great little knife. Let's go ahead and get this open. Butch, unfortunately, passed away, I think about 4 years ago. Amazing knife maker, leaves a great legacy. His sons and grandson make automatic custom knives to this day, and I've had dealings with them, and they're just all a great family. Again, a little bit trepidatious, because if this doesn't fit, then I'm going to have to send it back and wait a lot longer. There's the box. Kramer handgun leather. So first of all, as I would expect from a Kramer holster, it is gorgeous. Everything is meticulously crafted. Horse hide for a gun holster, if you've never felt it, it's really, really thin, has great capacity in terms of its weight capacity characteristics. Rides really well as long as you put it on a belt that it deserves. And this is an outside the waistband holster, and it is designed so that the belt goes through this rearward loop and tucks it into the body. I did tell them that I had my Hollow Sun red dot sight on here. Again, this gun triple checked. We're going to take it out of the 3i holster that I had it in, and let's just go ahead and see what we get. You know, let's just see. Now, I will say that sometimes these can be tight fitting. Oh, look at that. I mean, it just doesn't get any better, folks. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like be all YouTube personality guy pretending I'm excited. I'm truly excited. That fits wonderfully. That looks awesome. I know the quality's here because I know Kramer. I know the quality's here because of this Wilson and everything that I've had going on with it. I'm sorry, but that to me is success, well worth, you know, the time and the money that I spent. About $10 maybe all in for the holster, which again, I can just see the comments coming now. Some people are gonna be like, $110 for a holster. I could buy one at Uncle Mike's for $20. Go do that. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. We'll bring this out to the range. We'll get some work done on it. And also, this is going to come with me to a shooting school that I'm going to here in about a week and a half. And we'll be reporting from there as well. Until then, this is Jerry Nines. Thanking you for your kind attention. Look down below for if you decide you want to help support the channel in any way. And as always, God bless America.